Hi, welcome to Hello Dysfunction, episode 243.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Potafria. Does that sound right? 243?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
It's whatever we want it to be.
It's whatever.
Episode
our world.
500.
Mm-hmm. It's our world. I'm sorry if you're over it.
Sorry.
Sorry if you're just over it.
They're cool. We're cool.
I guess.
We're not bitter either.
That's fine. I guess some people are over it.
Stay over it.
So we heard. Whatever. It's going to rain again tomorrow. We had a break for a few days.
So sick of
And this morning I woke up and there were two dear children right outside of my apartment lounging.
She's trying to get a taste of the wilderness life.
Animal life.
Yes.
So my sister,
welcome.
my sister spent the night like a week ago, and she told me that when she got up to go to work, there were two deer outside and they caught her totally off guard. She took pictures. I didn't know they were right there, like literally right outside my door.
I was like, wait, are they okay?
So I saw them and they were laying down. They had their legs tucked under their bodies.
They were
posing. Yeah, and looked like they had been there for a while. And me and Peez like walked outside so I could take her to school. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm thinking, will they rush us? Like, and then I just like stared at them for a minute and I saw that they were cool.
I'm surprised they stayed. Deers are usually pretty timid and they'll run.
Well, they're like babies, so maybe they don't know better yet. But I was like, oh, okay. And I'm telling
Did Peez get excited?
Yes. And so she was like, they're reindeer. And I was like, yes, they're reindeer. I said, they're babies, so we have to be really quiet. So she was like, okay, they're babies, reindeer. God. I like zipped her jacket up. I put her lunch bag and shit in my purse because I'm like, I gotta hold you in case they jump up.
We gotta run.
And we gotta haul ass. So I had to go very close to them to get to the stairs, to go upstairs. And they got like, one of them stood up and I was just like, it's okay. It's okay. And so we went up the stairs and it was fine. And then I came back and they were still there and they were sitting back down again. The one never got up. The other one was sitting back where his spot.
I get a text from her and it says, I'm feeding them my good apples.
My expensive apples.
I'm all good girl.
Yeah. So, you told me to feed them. I was like, look what we found today. And then I was like, what the fuck? So I Googled like things I could feed them. Cause I'm not going to be like my dad and just feed them tortillas.
Cookies.
But I was like, I do have carrots. I don't know. I was just like Googling, but it did say apples. So I was like, I guess I can share. I could spare a couple. So I cut them up and I went out there and they looked at me again. And then like, they were like standing up and like peeking around the corner. And I was like, it's okay. It's okay.
Aww.
Trying to talk all softly. And I like tossed a few apple slices and then they took off. And I was like, God damn it.
They'll come back.
I sprinkled them to their area. I mean, this is their second time. And so when I showed Bunny the photo, she was like, that's where they were when Candy saw them.
They'll come back.
So apparently they've made themselves comfortable in those spots. So I sprinkled the apples. And then when I got Peez, we were like looking for them again. But
I know I texted you and I was like, wait, are they stuck? Like, are they going to have to cross the busy roads to get back to the wilderness?
No.
And you were like, no. And then she was like, leave them alone.
Yeah, don't even get no ideas.
I said, I'm going to have to get a horse rein and lead them to safety.
No, the fuck you're not.
She goes, you leave them alone. And then, I text her, I put in parentheses, these are Peez dogs.
Those are her new dogs. Leave them the fuck alone.
Those are her new reindeer dogs.
So there's like hella wilderness and like a little river and like hella shit behind my apartments where I live. And so I know they came from there. And like there's been big ones in there before, like, a few years ago, I remember. So They're fine, and I don't think
cool
they'll go
that they
anywhere.
Feel safe to chill there. I love that.
Yeah, and like outside of mine, and it's 2 babies, which is what my dad takes care of, which is weird. And
Did
I was
you send
like,
him photos?
Not yet.
Oh my
But I was
God.
like, is this a sign? Is my dad dead? And this is the universe telling me
The deers came to tell you
the
he
twins
died.
that he usually feeds came to tell me that he's dead.
Yep.
So I am gonna reach out to
They're God's messengers.
He calls them the twins.
Shut up. You have twins.
The one that, I'm gonna tell him, look, I have twins now. How,
my
like,
God.
what are the odds of that? I
Weird.
live in Richmond, California. So like,
Yeah, like they're chilling.
I don't live in the hills.
In a community.
No, I mean, there is wilderness behind where I'm at, but like, I'm not in like a place where you would
I'm at.
expect that. Yeah. I'm
Right?
not anywhere where you would expect it, I guess, but I'm not mad.
I'm not
I'm
either.
pretty
I
happy
love
about
that.
it. They're very beautiful. They look like they have eyeliner
Yeah,
on,
they
and they
do.
have little black noses. They're very cute.
I love that.
So now I kept
Peez is excited.
yes, and I kept peeking when I was home, like while she was at school. I kept peeking out my window to see where they
To check on your reindeer.
to check on my twins. Yes. So I hope they come back.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I just came from John's house, my old client. I've been periodically helping his daughter clean it out so we can have an
How's that going?
estate sale.
Oh yeah.
We're doing an estate sale this weekend. So
This weekend?
yeah. So if anyone wants the address, message me. But a guy showed up today, so I went and met her over there so she wasn't by herself.
Yeah.
To buy some tools and shit. And
Wait, have you seen that meme? And it's like a younger like black dude, and he's in a parking lot and he's holding a toaster.
Yes.
And it's like me risking my life because my girlfriend was on Marketplace and sold our toaster to a stranger for $4. And I'm thinking, anytime I've ever bought anything off Marketplace, I've sent y'all to go get
yes.
it. Like, so yeah, I get it. I'm glad you were there.
Yes. So this guy comes in and
Was it for tools?
yeah, and he's trying to lower the price a little bit, and he's letting things slip that like he's a reseller, right?
Shut up.
And it's this fucking Craftsman tool drawer chest, like the ones on wheels, expensive that are thousands of bucks. Mm-hmm. She's selling it way lower, and it's filled with brand new fucking tools. And he's
So
trying
he
to chop the
knows.
price down $300, and she's standing firm, thank God. Well, then he sees like these they're like plastic containers, and they stack on top of each other, bins.
Yeah.
And they have brand new stainless steel nuts and bolts. Each one is like 50 cents a dollar. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8. There was 10 of them in the front row. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he's like, how much? And she's like, you can take them basically for $30, right? A fucking fat deal. Then he's trying to like get other
He's
shit
like, I'll
thrown
give
in.
you 15.
Yeah. And so as I'm taking him out and he's taking them to the truck, I look and there's another row of them behind. And I'm like thinking in my head, I know he probably saw those and included it. Well, I took those and I went and hid the ones in the back.
Good.
Because I'm like, you're not getting these.
Yeah, you're not getting all of that for $30.
Yeah, then he proceeds, after he buys them, he goes, well, now that I already bought them, these are really good stainless steel nuts and bolts. They sell for 50 cents a dollar each, and there's probably 500 of them. Don't do that.
Great. And
Shut your fucking mouth.
500 and you just bought all of them for $30.
You could have kept it to yourself,
You didn't have to flex.
or you could have been honest and been like,
I'll give you $100 because I'm about to make 5.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, that's why I stole the ones in the back and hid them. People are shit.
They are.
Totally shit.
And he's looking at you guys like these
Dumb women.
broads, these stupid broads.
Stupid,
don't know
dumb
their,
broads.
Their way around man things.
These are men's
These
items.
dumb broads don't know what they have here. I just struck gold. I just hit a gold mine.
You motherfucker.
God, whatever.
Yeah, total dick. Another dick. I'm sure you've seen Netanyahu make his announcement that there will be no
state
of Palestine when he's done.
So once again, it's like, you dumb motherfucker. You just keep telling on yourself that this is not about hostages.
Oh yeah, so
Never mind bombing to smithereens, the place where the hostages would be. Like, if that's not obvious enough that this is not about hostages.
Never was.
Yeah, it never was. So for anybody with that argument, please go directly to hell.
no, for real, fuck you. From day one, we said land grab.
Exactly.
Knew it.
Exactly.
It's so angering. And so, I was thinking earlier, like, is the world going to allow this to happen?
I don't think so.
I think
China already said.
Did you see South Korea? I mean, Kim Jong whatever, North Korea.
My other boyfriend.
Yeah, he made a statement saying, basically, if the United States starts a war, it's going to get spicy. He's fucking not sitting back.
Yeah. So take heed.
And I'm like, oh my God, it's really
yeah.
gonna. I hope it doesn't go to a world war. It's scary.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if the world allows that to fucking happen, I do think Israel will make itself a pariah state. If that.
What does that mean?
Nobody's gonna fuck with them.
Oh yeah.
If they do some shit like that.
That should already be happening, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh God, just every day something new. More anger.
Yeah, I know. I made a post about just like how I've been feeling lately, and like my body just been doing weird things.
I put
and
on
like,
my story.
Like I almost went to the hospital the other day for a migraine that I had that was so bad. I don't get migraines. So like if I do, something's wrong, you know, but like I've had maybe 2 in the last 3 weeks, which is a lot for me. And so that happening, random nausea,
My upset stomach.
bits and, bits here and there of insomnia. I don't have insomnia. I'm a person that could go like this and fall asleep right now,
for
sitting
real.
up like a fucking horse.
You take like 30 naps a day.
A lot of people were like sending me remedies. Like I saw you complaining about insomnia, and I'm like thanking them, but at the same time I'm thinking like I don't have insomnia. Normally I can fall asleep in the fucking car, like
driving.
Literally. So
Right.
and I thought about it, and I was like, this is all normal reactions to this shit, because I'm crying every fucking day.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
crying every day, and seeing little kids my kids' age and like fucking and beyond, like I just It's a normal reaction, and we should be worried about the people that aren't having physical reactions to this kind of shit, because what kind of demon are you?
Yeah.
You know, like it's just business as usual. Like, oh, here's my new outfit. Like here, you know,
There's so many people that don't even think about it. They're like, oh, it's not happening to us.
must be nice.
It's not interfering with my daily life. And I'm like, as a human being, knowing that this is happening to fellow human beings.
So the way I've set up my algorithm, and I know you have as well, is we follow and interact with all of these posts, you know, that have to do with Palestine.
Yeah.
For the people that don't, they might not see anything.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, they might not be seeing any of it. So, aside from what we post, you know what I mean? So, it could be, you know, just out of sight, out of mind. I know how I am when I mute shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore. So
Yeah.
I have a sneaky feeling that might be what's going on, and they're just not seeing it. So they're not feeling it the way that we are.
Yeah.
And this isn't like, me seeking it out. Like I care, you know what I'm saying? Like I care. I'm not gonna block it out and fucking just because I have that luxury if I want to. I think that's the really shitty thing to do.
I go to sleep thinking about it. It's the last thing I do. Mm-hmm. I wake up, first thing I do is go look to see what happened while I was sleeping.
Because you just said that, I have in my notes. Do you know who Michelle Lamy is? Michelle Lamy, I think is how you say it. She's that really older woman that is married to Rick Owens, and she looks like a witch, and she has gold teeth, and
Yes.
she has black fingertips,
Yes.
and she's a designer. Okay, well, a little bit about her. That's his muse. That's his wife. She's 80 years old. She looks like
Really?
she looks like a witch. I've posted her many times in the past.
I saw that's what you posted
me.
recently.
She was on my, like years ago, I used to post her on my actual page as, you know, like me in the future.
I like how
type
she
shit.
looks.
Yeah. And she is, you know, a designer. She used to be a club owner in LA in the 90s. She used to be a defense attorney, which I did not know. She was born in
Wow.
France. She was born during World War II in France.
Wow.
And she's been posting nonstop about Palestine.
Really?
So while the other shitty designers are taking, you know, the quiet, silent route, Rick Owens and his wife are doing the opposite.
Good for them.
It's Fashion Week in Paris right now.
Oh.
And, you know, they have big shows. They're like very popular big designers right now. They're not fucking Michael Kors or some shit. They're like big right now. And they, you know, of course, have a show. They're doing it in their home. And they released a statement, Rick Owens did, and he was like basically saying he didn't want to add to, I don't want to misspeak, but they made a choice to have it in their home because of the disgusting things that are going on in the world right now. And I don't know if they wanted to like avoid being affiliated with some that are not doing right, but I just thought that was a good gesture.
I love that.
And it's just great. Like I've posted him before, and I've had listeners be like, it's so wild to me that like I grew up, I'm from the town that he's from. He's from like Porterville, like Visalia area. Or is it Victor? Hold on. I think I have it in my notes.
I believe there is a Porterville in California.
Yeah, he's from Porterville, which is near Visalia. And it's like a little fucking shitty town. Like, you know, little small town. I don't want to say shitty, but like little...
Small town boy.
Small town boy. Desert kind of. And he's half Mexican. And I never fucking knew that either.
Oh, wow.
He has a Mexican mother, which made me just love him even more.
Right.
But it was refreshing to see a big luxury designer be so vocal and on that side of things. And there's a lot of people in her comments that are like, oh, shameful, unfollowed, blah, blah, blah. But there are many, many, many more that are supporting and thanking and loving her for taking the stance and speaking out. And so just more reason to support them. They're very expensive, but if you're going to buy luxury designer, that's a good one to go with.
Yeah, if you can afford it.
Yeah. Made me happy.
I love hearing stuff like that.
I was shocked because I really thought just, you know, her being European and, you know, I don't know. I was scared. You know, I've been unfollowing celebrities like crazy. I immediately, like if one comes up on my feed that I follow, I immediately go look to see if they've posted anything about what's going on. And if they haven't, I just unfollow them because I don't want to accidentally continue following like people that are not right. So, it was refreshing to see that.
You know who else I wasn't aware of that was so hardcore in support of Palestine? John Cusack.
Oh, he's been going nuts on fucking Twitter.
Oh, he's like telling people to fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
And
he was shadow banned for a while, but because of the amount of retweets that he's getting, it changed it. And so he's no longer shadow banned because he's being shared so much for going nuts on people. And that's an excellent place to go because he's resharing from, you can tell from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to bed, resharing all of the fucking news and information and accurate, verified shit that you need to see, you know? So that's his Twitter page is a good place. I mean, he even like, fucking was talking shit about Elon, fucking talking shit about just whoever, like calling people out.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
It just, you know, I've always liked him as an actor, but to see that, it just, warmed my heart.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Very much. Amanda Seales, really.
Yeah, she's another one that's consistently posting accurate information that you know what I mean? Fact-checked information that you can trust.
Yeah.
Like these are good sources of...
As far as like celebrities.
And current. You know, they post all the current stuff going on.
Yeah, Amanda Seales had said, you know, it's disheartening. Don't quote me. Basically along the lines of it's disheartening that a lot of celebrities, people in the industry, are choosing to stay quiet. She was like, you can still, you know, speak about it and still make money. People are choosing not to.
Right.
Which
one of our dear listeners, I didn't go check and see if she responded yet, but we were having like a conversation or, you know, people leave comments on our posts and she pointed out the fact that like she's a single mom and she has to earn money and keep a job and support her kids. So she doesn't speak out. And this is her reason why. I wanted to see if she responded because I don't want her to think that I was like trying to be nasty. But I said, well, you know, what kind of job do you have? Like, will your job really be in jeopardy if if you're calling for a ceasefire? You don't have to say fuck Zionism, which is what I would really like you to say. Or
fuck Israel,
right?
Like me,
right? But I mean, if you're calling for a ceasefire, like, what kind of job do you have that would really jeopardize that?
Fucked up.
I don't know. Like,
another listener had wrote in to me, and she she had said, her child is working at McDonald's and she's doing her best to help them find a different job,
Yeah.
And I was like, you're a good mom, But I get.
But for people that have those jobs and that's their job, like, I'm not expecting people to walk off their fucking job.
No.
Like, I live in reality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying, oh, well, just leave, like.
Yeah, no, it's hard enough to survive.
Yeah, I'm never going to suggest that. But you can also call for a ceasefire, call to end the occupation.
Right. I think.
I think there's less confrontational ways that you can still get the point across that.
Yeah, don't go on your job screaming it, but I mean, if it's like I would.
Right. Don't knock everything on the floor like I would with your face painted and a fucking keffiyeh on.
Also,
like we would.
Watermelon socks.
Right. You don't necessarily have to do that.
All that.
I mean,
Right. But I think,
But on your own personal social media, I mean, people need to know how you feel because like I said, like, we've said it how many times, the people that are quiet, like that's a problem. So even if you can only do it on your personal social media, like I feel like your job has no business. I know some jobs do.
The only exception is, I believe, is Black folks. I'm not ever
expecting anything from,
No, I'm never telling them what to do ever.
Right.
But, the photo of the 3-month-old baby girl in that tent is like
alone,
haunting me.
Yeah, that broke me down today. It's always something that just sets off the fucking tears. And today that was for me. The other day was the father cutting his fucking daughter's leg off. The fucking day before that, kitchen. The little boy shaking. Like it's one of many little boys shaking. Like I feel like every other day there's a video of a toddler fucking
traumatized,
in shock, shell shocked, like, and having physical reactions. Like these are things I don't know, and maybe I need to start reposting all that shit because I've been kind of doing people a favor by not, but I think I need to start back because like I said, what if their algorithm is set up so that they don't fucking see that shit?
I was explaining, God, I don't even know, I'm probably butchering it, but the thermogenic bombs, the way they work, the reason, for those of you that are seeing stuff and don't know this, the reason we're seeing so many dead children with like no outer wounds is because the way those bombs work is the blast basically sucks the fucking oxygen out of their lungs. There's also some, and the sound alone, there were doctors that were making posts that it shreds their organs internally. It just obliterates their organs. So you're not seeing it on the outside, but you're seeing them convulse and die. They're doing shit like that. A baby froze to death the other night, like all, and then the videos of people waiting in line just for one meal, waiting over 8 hours for one meal. Like, I don't know how anyone could...
It's one meal split between a family. It's not one meal per person. It's one meal like per household.
And I don't know how...
More people are dying of starvation than they are of actual fucking bombs at this point.
And I don't know how anybody can just like be on the opposing side, on the side of the occupation. Like, what type of fucking shit human are you?
Yep.
It's mind-blowing. It's always been and always will be free Palestine.
People are probably really tired of this being a political podcast. Like, we're tired of living it. Like, we're tired of looking at it. I'm sorry.
It's our lives. It's our fucking lives. Yeah. Hello Dysfunction has always been about daily life. Always. Mm-hmm. It's very hard to talk about anything else when it's so all-consuming. Like, it's really going to affect the state of the fucking whole world.
Yeah.
I think about...
And if you don't realize that, and if you think we're overdoing it, or you think that, like, I don't know, you're not involved enough, like, in the real world. Like, you're not living in reality.
Right.
You're living in a dream world if you think that this isn't going to have some type of effect on your daily life.
Imagine the future our kids are going to live. I hope it's one where... there's a Palestine and there's
one thing that made me happy is I was going to make a post on my page of just like random things like for the last month, like just like a photo dump type thing.
I'm so shadow banned.
And I was like, let me look for a picture of Bunny because I ain't posted her in so long because she doesn't let me photograph her.
Yeah.
So I like snuck on like some of her social media, and in her bio it says Free Palestine, and that just like warmed my heart because you know
girl.
I was happy.
They listen. Yeah. Our car rides to and from school are always world affairs, and it's just been constant Palestine. You know, I was telling the girls yesterday, Stevie, or last night, I was like, I just want you to know, no Stranger Things 5, because, you know, we've loved that, but that's not out. This time. It's out.
That's out to the point that, like, I asked you last night, do I need to cancel my Netflix? Because I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will. It'll be Tubi in my house or whatever. You know, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't really be watching TV anyway. But, like, you know, those Stranger Things actors are really showing their fucking ass. So
showing it. And then... what's his name? Noah Schnapp.
Yeah. He was the first one that said
Zionism is sexy.
And then that hairy one after said it.
That furry fucker.
That ugly bitch. Yeah. Then he said it.
Brett
bitch,
something.
Nothing to do with you was sexy. You might as well not even go there.
Don't even talk.
Yeah. You shut up about anything. Don't even use that word. With your ugly ass.
But Noah Schnapp, his original statement was like, Zionism is sexy, waving these stickers and then, you know, talking shit. And they're shooting Stranger Things 5 right now. So, of course, he releases this statement talking about he wants peace and his Palestinian friends. I highly fucking doubt you have any Palestinian friends,
or you'd
homie.
have never said that shit. No.
Never.
Just like McDonald's, that's very Starbucks of you. Please shut up.
Please fucking watermelon cup.
And yeah. And McDonald's giving their statement, like, I think our politics were misunderstood.
You fed the IDF as they slaughtered children,
for
you
free,
bitch.
For free. Like, you're giving them free meals as people starve. As population starve, you're offering soldiers free meals.
Posting the photos.
You made your position clear.
You made your bed,
now
bitch.
that you bitches have lost money and you're starting to feel it, do not try to switch it up now. Do not have watermelon cups. Do not paint women in hijabs on your fucking buildings.
Asshole.
Don't even.
Isn't that crazy? Doing everything but the right thing.
Yeah, just like our president.
Oh, God.
You'd rather have a world war than fucking call a ceasefire. You'd rather go into war with everyone than call a ceasefire.
No, for real. And we've supported, I say we, meaning the U.S. and Biden, has supported Israel with money and not calling for a ceasefire for so long that apparently now our government, Biden, Blinken, the rest of them, have had conversations with Netanyahu talking about the future of Palestine and, you know, ceasefire. And Netanyahu in his statement was basically like, I told him no. I don't have to listen to him.
Ass president. Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. So it's like,
he's making a fool of you. Like, he's talking about you like you're a pussy and you're letting him. So yeah, it's
and the you know, I already can't stand Trump. That's like never been an option for me myself. Mm-hmm. But my ideals don't align with the right wing. I've always voted Democratic just because I want freedom for women's bodies and social programs and things of that sort. But for the first time,
that we thought were going to happen.
Yeah.
So we thought.
First time in my life, I will be voting third party. I don't want to hear how it's throwing away a vote. I don't want to hear that's basically a vote for Trump. It's my fucking vote. I'm not marking Trump, and I can't, in good conscience, vote for Joe Biden.
No, absolutely
There's no fucking way.
There's no way.
He makes us look fucking stupid. You funded the genocide. You gave these bitches the money, power, and fucking weaponry. The bombs on the ground, the photos made in the...
All of our politicians signing the bombs. Our politicians signing them, taking photos. And
bitch.
Like, are you fucking kidding? Listen, I've been fucking doing the math. If I leave how much will flights once a week be for me to come record?
Dude.
We do 2 episodes, I go back home. Like, literally, I've been doing the math. Like, if I can live somewhere a little bit cheaper, I can afford to fucking do that. Like, I don't know how much longer I can be here. I'd at least have to try it. That's how I feel. It's desperation.
It's that angering.
Yeah.
And that,
yeah.
Every time, there's a post and it's like, where are you supporting Palestine from? I'm so embarrassed. And
we're disgusting white trash.
And I've always, spoke out about things, that I dislike about the country I live in. I've never hated the country I live in.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
At this point, let me rephrase that. I hate our government. I hate the people who are continuing.
They're destroying it.
To support fucking Israel. I hate the people who keep screaming about the fucking hostages. Will you shut the fuck up?
The hostages are well taken care of. Please shut up. Please shut the fuck up.
Seriously.
They are and thank God they are, because you guys are like
Israel
blowing the shit apart. Like, thank God they're so well taken care of.
They're shielding them with their bodies. When they've been released and they interview them, they fucking have said that.
Right.
Meanwhile,
there's a reason why they don't want them to talk and do interviews. And,
did you see the little boy recently?
No.
There was a little boy hostage that was interviewed recently. It's going around right now. And they're asking him, what did you learn to say in Arabic and blah, blah. And he basically was like, I had so much fun. I learned to say something about God in Arabic. And everything he said was good. They fed me.
They all have said good things. That's why he gets so fucking mad and doesn't want them to speak out. Yeah. Somebody was in the comments I saw today that said, what about the hostages? What about them? When do they get to go back home and eat normal food? What? Eat normal food? That's your complaint?
When did they get to go home and get McDonald's?
That's your complaint?
For real?
Because they're not being starved, and you can't say they're not being fed or not being taken care of.
The hostages have said they feed them first.
Yes, exactly. Please shut the fuck up. Y'all sound so dumb. Please shut the fuck up.
If you guys would stop killing your own hostages...
Yeah.
Did you see the mom who came out and said her son was killed by Israeli fucking nerve gas or not nerve gas, but poison gas?
Accidentally. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. They fucking intentionally killed him so he couldn't speak about anything.
It's disgusting. I want it to be over soon and over in the right way.
Yeah.
Get out of there. They need to be their own state.
Yeah. I would volunteer to go help rebuild.
Yeah, for sure.
I would 100% go over there and help rebuild.
The thought sounds so funny of you being put that on. You would, but I know
Guys,
you 100% would. But we would. Like, 100%. We honestly would. Like, whatever. Believe it or not, if we get the chance, we'll show you.
I would feel fucking honored to go help.
Yes.
Like, I just feel really passionately about it. And free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Tomorrow is my twin's birthday.
Yep.
He's gonna be the big 23.
Rotten little Capricorn.
My God.
I can't believe he's 23.
I hit him like yesterday and I was like, what are you doing? Because I was going to ask him, did he want to go eat? And he responded and was like, I need to go to our old house and take a picture in front of it with your car. Sir, I asked, what are you doing?
He's like, it's for my Instagram.
Are you planning a big birthday announcement
with balloons
photo?
Tied to the wipers?
What are you planning? Like, what? Oh, okay.
I love him.
I don't know, but I thought it was cute. He asked me, are you coming with us to the club this weekend? That's his way of inviting me, first of all.
Wow.
He never would have asked that, ever. So I thought, look who must be realizing I'm a little cool.
He's like, you probably know who's working the door.
Yeah, funny, huh? So I might go out with them tomorrow.
That's cute.
Yeah. We've been talking about that.
Are you guys doing a dinner?
dinner, and then like it's gonna be a busy day. It's my father-in-law's birthday, Stinker's birthday, his auntie Shayla's birthday, who is no longer with us, and his cousin Brenaya's birthday. They all got the same fucking day, all in the same family.
Is everybody going together?
All got the same day. So no, Brenaya lives out of town, so we're probably not going to get to see her. Shayla's passed away, but my father-in-law and Stinker's, yes. And so there's like a breakfast that we're supposed to go to in the morning.
Jesus.
Hopefully we'll make that. There's bingo plans for the evening for my father-in-law. And so I'm like,
to go.
Hello.
I might need to go.
That was the plan. But then Stinkers is like trying to go to the club. So I know he's having a dinner. Stinkers is having a dinner. My father-in-law's having a breakfast. Bingo, club. I don't know. We might have to do it all. So it's going to be a busy day tomorrow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It sounds fun,
but
though.
I think he's excited for his birthday, so that makes me happy.
And the fact that he invited you to the club is pretty cute.
Yeah, it was very cute because I was like, look who realizes mom's cool.
Right.
Look at that.
Look at that. Yep. Not as bad as you thought.
I might be getting tattooed tonight. That's the plan. So that's going to be, I'm not looking forward to. It's like, you got to be in the mood to hurt. You know what I'm saying? And like, sometimes I just don't be in the mood for it. But like right now, like Neil is in town, but just for a short period of time. And then he's leaving like tomorrow, I think.
Will he be coming back?
Yeah, but like probably not till next month. So it's like I do, you know.
Can he leave the tattoo stuff for you to do my thing?
No, he's tattooing where he's going. So
don't you have one?
I have a machine, but like he would have to put it together and like completely
the one
set
Bunny
it up.
Used?
I have more than one. Yeah, I have like 3.
Can you have him do it?
Yeah, I can ask him to like set it up and show me. Like, I mean, Bunny
I'll have Bunny do it.
Bunny could do it.
Bunny, I'll just have you fucking do it.
Bunny could show you how to set it up. Okay, and I'll do it. Yeah, okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, yeah. But yeah, so I might be in pain.
Do you know what you're gonna get?
Yeah, I have some ideas.
Don't say them.
I'm not. I know. Unless I want to be fucking twins.
Or someone's gonna hurry and jump and go do it.
Yeah.
So don't. I've been listening to a podcast.
What?
It's called, Happy Face Presents. It's called Two Face. Mm-hmm. And it's about a woman whose dad was a serial killer. He killed 8 women.
Did he admit it to her finally? I think maybe I heard about this story. Mm-hmm. I've read something like an article or something about.
His name was Keith Jesperson.
Was he on his deathbed or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So he killed 8 women, and during the podcast, she actually meets with one of the victim's sons. God. And at first, he didn't want to meet her. He wanted nothing to do with her.
Probably wanted to kill her.
No, for real.
Yeah.
And then he agreed to meet her. And it's a very emotionally charged episode. They're both crying. Yeah. He's like repeating some of the stuff that her dad did to his mom. And his mom was the only victim that because he killed women he didn't know. Mm. And this dude's mom was the only one he killed that he was fucking with.
Wow. And
in a very brutal, fucked up way. He raped his victims. Trigger warning, sorry. Raped the victims, then killed them. I mean, horrible. And he was a fucking dick to his daughter. It's just really fucking good. I recommend it.
I'd be curious to hear like how she feels, because if she expressed any love or anything about him, I would want to slit her throat.
Oh, no. No, she hates him.
She better be disgusted and hates everything about him.
Yeah. Oh, she's sobbing the whole... Like, she hates him.
Because, you know, sometimes people be like, well, that's not who I knew. Like, you know, he wasn't like that around me.
No, he was always a dick.
He was my dad. Like, you know, and I'd be like, bitch, I'm finna just kill you in my mom's name.
Oh, he was always a dick. Like, she got pregnant by her high school boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And she had told her dad she was having an abortion. And he was like, well, you're just like me, a murderer. You're a whore. It's going to hell.
Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah.
What's crazy is if my dad was on his deathbed and he confessed to me that he was a serial killer like that, I would not be very surprised.
Oh, I wouldn't either. He's like,
I would be like,
he's like, I killed Avon ladies.
I would be like, yeah, I saw
Figured.
that one. Saw that one coming.
Yeah, I know, for real.
Yeah, that's unfortunate to say. He's come a long way. I'll say that.
Yes.
I'll say that because he's like old and frail and stuff now. But like,
he was fucking crazy. And I don't mean crazy schizophrenic. I mean fucking just
angry and like sinister.
Doing 90 in front of my house. It's a court. I'm like 2 houses away from the court and he's gunning it.
But like just he was a very mean person. He did things that,
I mean, think about it. He made his 14-year-old daughter get out of the car and slap a lady.
Punch.
Or else, or you were going to be in trouble.
No, or I was going to watch him do it. No, I wasn't.
You were going to be in trouble.
I was going to be held up.
Yeah.
I had somewhere to be, and either.
Well, and who wants to watch their dad abuse?
Yeah,
you know,
either you beat her ass, or I'm going to get out and do it,
and you have to watch.
And he knew I did not want to be around that. So yeah, he was not.
He was
great guy
wild
at all. But like it's fucked up.
And now he's nothing like that.
Thank God. But like,
Billy.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. Like, had a very fucking mean streak.
My dad was he was evil.
Yeah.
I was just telling, it might have been John's daughter. I was telling about the Beat My Meat story and how I kept that to myself.
That was supposed to be a t-shirt.
My entire, it was.
With a wallet. I could draw it.
Let's do it. I kept that shit to myself my entire life. I didn't tell
Will. I mean, there's memories I have in my head too. And shit, like, you know, not phrase it, like, you know, things that were said that like I are just in my head, like that I cannot fucking share with people.
The very first time I ever told it was the very first episode of Hello Dysfunction. I was like, oh, fuck it. Might as well. We're coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Oh my God. It was the first one?
Yes. The very first episode. And then, you know, like I can clearly picture my dad in my head right now with a ceramic ashtray in his hand, in my mom's face, holding it above her head, and spit. His lips are all curved in like white man angry lips. His teeth are gritted and spittle's flying out. And he's calling my mom. He's telling, I'll kill you, you fucking cunt. To my mom.
That's what I'm saying. If I found that out about him, I wouldn't be surprised either. Like just some people, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's some people that like the engineers, for instance, that would listen to episodes where we talked about things and were ready to cry and would apologize to us.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry you
He's
guys
like, I'm
grew
calling
up
my
that way."
parents to tell them thank you. Yes. Yeah.
And told us he didn't really believe people actually grew up the way we did. He was like shell shocked after fucking.
I felt kind of bad.
Yeah, I was like, we laughed. We started laughing at him when he told us that. We were like, yeah, tell me about it. Like, what the fuck? That's why I look like this.
No.
No, seriously though.
So I have issues.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, fuck. What are you gonna do? You know?
Survive.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of who asked me. It was probably a few months ago. Someone asked me. Oh, fuck. It was an older man. And they had basically asked me, how could you still have a relationship with your dad after?
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I don't know how. I think because I always
changed.
wanted a normal one.
Yeah, and I think watching him change.
And obviously, he's not the same person he was. Because
Right.
when he was, I did not fuck with him. When he was threatening to shoot me and shit, he was cut off. I didn't talk to him for many years. Because that's where he was still. It wasn't until, I don't even remember how it came about. Did he call me one day?
Yeah.
And he was very like fucking docile and fucking just a whole different person. And like, I don't know. And then I agreed to meet with him.
Yeah.
And then I just saw it was a different person. But if it was the same person, of course, he would still be cut off.
Yeah. No, my dad, like, he followed the rules I gave him.
Yeah.
That's why.
I think that's what happened with you too. He just was not the same person.
Yeah. And didn't have a relationship, didn't fucking do dope, and stayed on psych meds for the most part.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would have never subjected
Our kids or
no. And I was thinking about it. My dad watched the girls a lot for me when I was waitressing and shit when they were younger.
Yeah.
It wasn't like my mom was working.
Yeah.
Billy would come watch them. They were telling me
so
stories.
That speaks a lot about how fucking different. Like my dad
I would have never left him with childhood Billy.
My dad didn't even meet my kids until they were like fucking high school or like out of high school, I think, like the older ones. Like he never even met them as little kids. They were never fucking around him.
Right.
I remember we went to his...
Can you imagine he did some shit like that to Bunny? Was like, you get out and soccer.
Now.
Or I'm a whoop her ass and you're going to sit and watch.
He'd be dead. His throat would be slit. But no.
To Peez.
I remember me and the older kids had went to my aunt's funeral, his sister. And they were like fucking 5 and 3 or something. And he saw them from a distance, but I didn't like
introduce him.
Nah. We weren't cool then. And it was very quick. Like I didn't go to the repass or anything. I think I was just there for like quick,
quick respects.
Yeah. And then, he didn't meet my son again until like fucking grown, like over 18. So yeah, I mean, it's a different person. People do change. Yeah. Some people don't, but you know, luckily they did.
Thank God.
It's crazy, kind of around the same time.
Yeah. Their lives very much paralleled.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole stretch, I feel like.
Our lives did. It's very weird.
Mm-hmm. Bizarre. I think the universe knew that we needed each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I think about like who else would have been able to relate and not judge and like, understand and kind of offer any kind of real support and like not gossip about me or something, and like maybe use it against me later or something like that. Who else? Like, never had any other friends.
Yeah, I didn't have any other friends who had mentally ill parents.
That could relate on any fucking level.
Mm-mm.
No.
You're right. I think the universe
was like, let me give y'all a break because y'all done been through it. So
you're too nice and you're too mean. Put these two together. They might balance a little.
Let me give y'all each other because goddamn, something got to give with these two. God, I would have been in Chowchilla. No, I don't know who would have had my kids.
I would have been in someone's trunk.
For real. Like it would not have gone well.
No.
Yeah. Shout out to the universe.
Yeah, for real.
So when we did a Patreon episode the other day, my godmother is still in the hospital. One part I forgot to tell you when I was complaining about the fucking nurses. And I thought about this when I had my migraine because I was like, oh, I do have Oxy, but I'm not finna take Oxy, right? But I was like, oh, I do. And I think I had it left over from like when I got my tummy tuck or something, or C-section maybe.
Yeah.
Something. I had it left over. But anyway, we were in the hospital with her and she was telling the nurse that her fucking pain level was a 4, right? And she was like, I have some discomfort, it's there, but like it's not that bad. And so they were like, okay, well, we'll give you like some Tylenol. And then, I had to remind them that she was having an allergic reaction to the Toradol.
Right.
So, the nurse came up with a plan. Okay, after the Tylenol, I'm going to give you a dose of Oxy. And I was like, the hell you are? And I got up and I was like, no, the fuck you're not.
We're not even going to start with maybe a Norco?
I said that. She looked at me crazy and she told me it's basically the same thing. And I was like, okay, listen, I've had a lot of surgery. I've had a lot of surgery.
Do you know who you're talking to?
I've had a lot of visits to the fucking hospital, a lot. And I know, the levels of these
Oxy
medications
is stronger.
And so I'm like, let's start out with something else, maybe like a Motrin 800. Let's do that.
A 5 milligram Norco.
And she's like, no, Oxy, if I give her a very low dose of Oxy, it's comparable to that. No, the fuck, it's not. We're not doing.
Why do they want to jump straight to that?
That's a big jump. And she goes, it is. I said, we're not jumping from Tylenol to fucking Oxy.
Yeah,
girl, and she was insisting. I'm on live the whole time, and they're like, "Do not let her." People on my live was like furious listening to her fucking.
They're like, "We're giving her fentanyl and Dilaudid."
Remember when the hospital almost killed me from the fentanyl?
Oh my god, that was scary.
I had to explain that to Candy. I was like, "Listen, like." the hospital will fuck around and kill you if no one is there to advocate.
You had to have a sitter to make sure you didn't fall asleep and you were breathing because your heart rate went so low.
Monitor.
And your oxygen sats were at like fucking 86 and dropping.
The alarm kept going off when I would stop breathing. And so someone had to sit with me and shake me to make me start breathing again.
They said we gave her too much.
Thanks. Good looking.
You fucking assholes.
The whole time
you're gonna leave me with a newborn?
The whole time I'm telling you didn't want no more babies. The whole time I'm telling them I still feel pain. It's not helping.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At that point, I would like something else, not more fentanyl. They gave me so much fucking fentanyl, they almost killed me right after having her.
When I was in labor with Stevie, they gave me so much Dilaudid that I couldn't hold her for like 2.5 hours. They were like, do you want to hold the baby? And I was like, I'm too high.
I'm going to fucking drop her on her face.
I had to tell them. They came over to give me more while I was in labor, and I said, no more. No more. I was so fucking high.
Come on. And I'm telling them her pain level is at a 4. I'm no doctor, but I don't think she needs oxy.
No, it's not a 9.
No. I was so bad.
Why? I wonder why they were so insistent.
Just so it doesn't sound like I was hella frustrated last episode for no reason. Like, that was on top of everything else with the fucking...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They could have gave her a 5 milligram Norco, which is...
How about that? Don't tell me y'all don't have it. This is the hospital. Give her 800 milligram Motrin.
Let's try that.
Do a 600. Let's do that.
Because you can't give her more Toradol. You know, if she had Toradol again, they wouldn't be able to give her the Motrin because they're both anti-inflammatories. But
right. So let's switch to Motrin since she can't have that one.
Dude.
No, they were trying to get her high as a kite so she'd shut up or something. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do. But
we don't want to deal with her. Put her to sleep.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's a big jump. You realize that, right?
I love that people were on live to witness it.
Yeah, well, they heard me. They heard her talking about offering her fucking, what did they, broth or something after she already ate her whole liquid tray and she was still hungry. It was just too much. They were fucking irritated with her. Somebody was like, she don't realize there's hella people on this live that want to beat her ass right now. It was a lot. They heard. It wasn't me just being overly sensitive or, exaggerating or whatever. No, she was a motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah. Fuck Celsius.
And I'm so jealous.
Listen,
I wish.
When we did that episode, I came over, I got some Celsius.
Oh, by the way, that strawberry guava flavor is gross.
Is it?
Yeah, the apple one's so good.
Oh, yeah, that's what I had was the apple pear.
I should have gave it you.
So I had one when I was at the hospital that day for the first time. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, it tastes good. Whatever. So I brought us some when we did the Patreon episode the other day. And I think we recorded at like 7 p.m.
We did.
I didn't go to bed that night. I mean, I went to bed. I couldn't sleep. I was staring at the walls and watched the sun come up. I wanted to kill myself. I was so... And then, by the time you realize it, you're like, it's too late to take melatonin because now it's...
I'm going to sleep all day.
Yeah, and I have shit to do. So I can't take it at 4:45.
Right.
So I didn't fall asleep, I think, until like 6 or something. And then I slept 3 hours and then was up the rest of the day.
And then felt sick the whole day.
The whole day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that was what brought about the migraine the following day.
Oh, I wish.
It was too much.
Celsius made me high.
Oh my God. So I'm not drinking those anymore. I mean, I know it was debunked.
Unless it's morning.
Yeah. I know it was debunked about them having drugs in them. Remember I hit you and you were like, well, I hope.
I hope it's loaded like that.
Cocaine and meth and all this shit. It's supposedly...
So that was fake?
So the girl was pouring it straight from the can into a drug test and they were saying it tested positive, but it was debunked because other people drank it and then went and took a piss test and the piss came back clean. I don't know. And then there was
I would think hella people would fail their fucking PO drug test.
Then they were saying Ozempic was in it. And then that was debunked. So there were rumors that there was a lot of shit in it. I don't know what's in it, but it's whatever. It's too much for me, for little old me. So I'm not having that shit no more unless it's like bright and early in the morning and I got a road trip or something. Right.
Yeah.
That shit was too much.
I'm a little jelly.
I've been really handy lately. I fixed my toilet seat myself because
I came in, you were screwing a fucking light
Where?
socket plate.
Well, oh yeah. No, I got to show you what I did with that. I've been like doing little home improvements here and there.
I love it. Little DIYs.
Yeah, having my little who needs a man moment. Yeah,
I love that.
It was nice. So I'm just like, I'm not getting my deposit back, and I realize that. So I'm gonna just start making things cute because
fuck it. Have you seen that video where she there's a song?
Yes.
She's hella painted. She's like,
I followed her.
My deposit back.
And I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yep.
I followed her, and she did all these cool ass projects all throughout her place. And then I follow hella other people that do little colorful home improvements too, that have used that song on their reels.
Love it.
And that's just the theme for this month.
Fuck it.
Yeah, just do it. Just make your living space what you want it to be.
Right. Because they find ways to not give you your deposit anyways.
And I mean, if you're that worried about it, paint the shit back white. But when you move out, it's very simple.
Yeah.
To just do it.
I agree. I love that. You want to read some write-ins?
Sure.
All right. I got one. We have a... Here, you want to read this one real quick? And then when you're done, I'm going to pull one that's in our DMs. It's long, but worthy. Okay.
Sure.
Remember how we asked people to send in some sex stories?
Yeah, I have one.
Do you want to read it?
Is it... I was going to say the fucking name like an idiot. Is it this one?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you read that one.
Okay. Hey, ladies. Please keep my name anonymous if this gets read on the pod.
You know what it is.
Love you two so much and hope you had a great holiday season. Just listen to Professor of Rats and I have a sex story for you.
Yes.
When I graduated from college, my parents' gift to me was a trip to Vegas with my bestie. That's cute.
Love it.
She and I were standing in the lobby of the MGM at about 2 a.m. trying to figure out where to go next. I kind of see where this is going. We looked hella fine and were absolutely hammered. All of a sudden, two hot ass guys walking into the lobby saw us and asked us if we wanted to go see their suite. We were never ones to pass up such an opportunity, so of course we went. They had an incredible room. It was much bigger and fancier than the houses either of us grew up in. I could tell where this was going. So when one of the dudes invited me to check out the primary bathroom, I knew that was code for let's visit Pound Town. We get in the gorgeous bathroom and I immediately start kissing him. He was hot as fuck and I pulled my dress up and underwear down and we did the dirty. It was so hot. We get done and head back out to the main part of their suite. Turns out my bestie had sex with his friend too. I love when besties are on the same page. She and I were so giggly and drunk that we decided we needed to make a quick exit. We told the guys we had to leave so she could ice her foot. Not sure what we were thinking, but at the time it made sense. This was 9 years ago, and my bestie and I still laugh about what a fun and spontaneous night we had. P.S. Free Palestine. That's cute.
Yeah.
So middle of the night,
bangs.
middle of the night in the MGM, I thought this was going to be like we were solicited type fucking approached by tricks story. That's what
like
I thought.
me every time I'm at the fucking slot machine.
That's where I thought that was going. Yeah.
We've had a few fucking bestie fucking moments.
Bestie sex moments.
We dated friends a few times.
A few times, yeah. It's always nice to have a friend that's also down to fuck because then it's like, we're going to have fun, you guys. Like, come get us from our grandma's house.
I'm in my Mickey Mouse sweatshirt and leggings.
I have my
with
teddy
my Winnie
bear
the
purse.
Pooh back.
I have my black teddy bear purse and we're going to all have fun, I promise. Let's go hang out.
We dated friends like 3 times.
Yeah. Yep. We're friendly girls. Good time girls.
We had different areas, by the way. It
Wait,
wasn't
what do
like
you
on the
mean?
bed next to each other.
Well, we'll save that. We'll save that for another episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark will love it.
Yeah, he'll fucking love
It's
it.
his favorite.
These are his favorite kind of stories that he doesn't know about. Okay, do you want to read?
Okay, I'm going to read this one. Okay. It's a little long. Okay. I'm a female barber, age 29, and on New Year's Eve had regularly hooked up with a coworker. Side note, I have bipolar disorder. Only my family and close friends know, and recently adjusted my meds. I'm also a drinker, and no, I can't handle much on meds. Now,
that's unexpected fun when that happens. I black out, like meds and alcohol. Yeah. Shit's gonna go haywire.
Yeah. Okay. Now, as the only girl barber, I get hit on and mildly flirt with hot guys. However, this man, who I will call George, is 33, was the least attractive to me. That barber who never got involved in our outings and shenanigans. George is well respected by the clients and barbers, has a sick daughter who depends on his assistance, and also owns 2 recording studios. So he's busy to say the least. During the daily barbershop chats, he'd talk about sports, barber shit, his kids, and mentioned a couple times how crazy, unreasonable, and manipulative his BM was. Baby mama.
We know.
Well, just in case. George
Bowel movement.
In case.
Crazy and unreliable.
He has a manipulative ass bowel movement, that's for sure.
Okay.
Okay. George didn't flirt with me at first, but he always gave me the eyes, the stares, let off those vibes low key. Recently, within the last 4 to 6 months, he started liking my selfies, sliding on my stories, and talked about kicking it. New Year's Eve, we're working. I want to know the move. I'm telling all my clients that I want to dress up and party. Finally, one of the cool ones invited me out with his wife and friends. I asked George to join. I didn't know if he would show up, but fuck it. The more the merrier. George and I rode together. He's looking good and smelling nice.
This sounds great.
He got me the bottle I liked, and he's not letting me pay for shit all night.
Even better.
I'm pleasantly surprised. He's being social and vibing. We're all having fun, and I'm drinking, truly forgetting about my new meds. It's now the countdown, and I gave him a peck when the clock hit 12. Later that night, I kissed him again. Looking back now, I was already drunk at that point, but this is where things got blurry. Apparently now I'm on him. I'm drunk. I'm getting my pussy ate. The sun wakes me up. I'm in his bed and want to fucking die because I know I did not just fuck George of all people. George confirms I got violent. I was bending his fingers back. I was demanding.
Oh no.
I initiated sex, but he knew how drunk I was. I wasn't getting my way, so I went buck wild. Apparently, he ate my pussy to calm me down, and it worked because he put me to sleep. He said he didn't want me to touch him and regret it because I wasn't in the right state of mind. That's a good guy.
What a good guy.
I remember just enough, and I'm fucking mortified. I'm telling him I'm sorry. It was nothing. I was drunk. I shouldn't have done that. I don't do that, especially with a coworker. I can't believe myself. Knowing he had a thing for me, I let him know it would never happen again. It was like a handshake. He asked if he could have another handshake. I declined. I clean up. He takes me to breakfast. Then when he took me home, he told me how much he enjoyed being with me.
I bet you fucking did.
And it was the best New Year's he had in years. I was being dry but polite, rolling my eyes, sympathetically smiling, tough girl act, sticking to my word, although I did feel the same. Later that day, I called him. We've been seeing each other ever since. He treats me good and is so romantic, things I'm not used to unless I got cheated on or abused, past relationships. I adore this man. I think he's so sexy and perfect. I can see myself with him for long term. Finally, I tell him, if we take this further, I cannot work with you. You gotta go. He packed up his shit at work that Saturday and found a new shop to work at. He's talking getting serious with me, and I just know I'm about to fall in love with him.
Wow.
After a random date night, his phone is going off. It's his BM, bowel movement. George says,
why don't you grow up?
Grow up. George says it's because his baby's mom knows he's on a date. I tell him to answer it. He says he doesn't want her popping up and causing a scene. When they split up 6 months ago, he left her the apartment with their 2 children, and he's still paying the rent for it. He says he's worried about another lease because she's spiteful and may leave that apartment to try and ruin his credit or whatever. So we are at his mom's house when all this is happening. She is also pregnant by her new boyfriend. Excluding hookups, in the last 8 years they've had their kids. He's never been serious with anyone else but her. George says he was trying to put it out there slowly to her instead of just popping out with a new girlfriend, hoping she would feel better about the kids potentially being around me one day. She didn't take the news well at all. Days later after this, she calls me at 1 a.m. He gave her my number. Very weird. I'm tipsy once again. I answer, but wouldn't have had I been sober. And she got in my head. Had me believing her lies. My mind exploded. She's twisting everything he did and said. She got me. Until I finally heard from him the next day and he said everything straight. Proved to me that this is what he had always talked about. I'm falling fast. It's only been 2 weeks. I've known him in passing all this time, but this has been going on basically since January 1st. With my mental issues, his trauma being in this abusive relationship, and her making fake accounts, talking down on me and acting crazy, I broke. I cried on the phone talking to him and telling him I just can't. It's so much. I've never dealt with a baby's mother before, and she's on some other shit. And if I'm being honest in some way, he's got to be enabling that behavior. He's like, she's with her man right now. She wanted to ruin this for me. But I still ended things with George. My questions are, how would you react in this situation? And did I do the right thing cutting it off? If he hits me up, am I crazy to occasionally see him? I've been single and content for years now. George in this situation brought up feelings I haven't felt in so long. I was finally good with being alone forever, never having children, and accepting that. I'll likely need assistance for the rest of my life due to my condition, and no one's going to want to deal with that. No one of quality until he came along. I love y'all. Please help me. I respect your opinions, but I'm so conflicted. I'm going to follow your advice so it's not for naught, and I really need it. Thank you.
First and foremost, get it out of your head now that no one of quality will want you, and come along.
Seriously.
I am a mentally ill person.
And look at me with her.
That has 4 kids.
Seriously.
And people, I'm not trying to toot my own fucking horn, but...
you have a few people in love with you at this moment.
And people are always down to marry me, not even just be with me, but marry me. And
not shitty people
not
either.
Quality, independent, fucking self-sufficient, successful fucking people.
Yes.
Like, not shitty people. So get that out of your head right fucking now. Do not ever
knock it off.
Yeah, get it out. Don't ever tell yourself that again, because it's absolutely not fucking true.
Right.
Number 1. Number 2, well, do you want to say something first?
Where to start? I would say,
I've been through
if you want to see George, and George there needs to be 100% on the same page. It can't be George doesn't want to talk to his baby's mom while y'all are together, because I feel like that's shady. Pick up the phone and fucking talk to her. You have children together.
Yeah. So I've been through this almost exact situation. I was with a guy.
Was he being shady and hiding?
Turns out he wasn't, but it kind of appeared that way because he was trying to get her to back off and get out of our fucking business. She was making pages. She was hitting me. I was not with him for a long time. I was with him for like a few months. And when she found out about me, which I believe was through him, because like I never knew anybody that, like, she's not even from around here.
Yeah.
She started hitting me up on social media from fake pages and shit, telling me he has herpes, sending me paperwork, fake paperwork, saying that he had herpes and all this shit. It was like doctored, hell of embarrassingly doctored paperwork, like not convincing shit, trying to run me the fuck off. I was just like, whatever, you deal with it. That's not my problem. You deal with it. You deal with it. I do know, let me just say this. I do know crazy baby mamas.
I do too.
I've never been one. I know some that do spiteful shit. That
withhold children.
Use children as pawns, use children as weapons, threaten and follow through with keeping kids from their dads. I don't support or agree with any of that fucking shit. That has never been me. But I know many people personally that do dumb, crazy, vindictive shit like that and lose their fucking minds. And so there are situations where the men are not fucking lying.
Yeah.
And they might just be trying to get that bitch to back off. Now, I have also dated people that were lying and were absolutely still fucking their baby mamas and telling me the bitch was crazy when really you were fucking her. So, you know, whatever. I've dealt with both. But like for the guy that I was dating, she was threatening to take away his son. His son is everything. You know, he was so close to his fucking son. I stopped fucking with him, not because of her, but because of something else. It just wasn't working out with us, and I started fucking with somebody else. So I stopped fucking with him. He got into a new relationship with a new woman. She did the same thing to that woman. That woman stuck around for years, and I'm not sure, like, me and him are still friends, but not close enough to where I know, like, you know, if he's still with this woman. But like, they were serious at one point. I thought they were getting married. He no longer has a relationship with, like, he's having to go through courts now, and the baby mama is still is doing what she threatened and withholding the son and still putting him through hell just with a whole other woman now.
I would take initiative at this if I was the dad, and if I was George in this situation, I would absolutely take my child's mother to court.
You initiate that.
Absolutely.
And I tell all of my male friends this because I know, you know, a lot of
there's
guys
shitty
that have
people
kids,
on both
and
sides.
no one should be able to use that as a threat.
Right.
Like, and you're saying he's a business owner and he's a fucking, like, he owns studios and has a job. Dude. Like, he has income and all that type of shit.
He's still paying for the place the baby's mom and kids live in.
He has enough that he can take all of that to court and be like, look, this is what you know, he's not someone that's like on the run, has warrants, whatever. Like, I know people that can't take the bitch to court. Right. So it's like, he sounds like someone that absolutely can and get a fucking court order. Like, it sucks to get the courts involved in your business. No one wants to do that. But like, this is also someone that's going to ruin any relationship you have.
Yep.
Just like the dude I was fucking with. Like, she's still fucking ruining your life. And it wasn't me. It wasn't anything personal. It's going to be that with any bitch.
Right.
So he needs to understand that. And like, you need to not be talking to her, first of all. Like, there's nothing. Ever. No, she got to you. She got in your head. There's nothing y'all needed to ever discuss.
No.
Ever. That's not your baby mama. That's not your friend.
They're not your kids.
No. So she can tell you any fucking thing. Not saying everything is a lie, whatever. That's just not your place to be talking to her. He needs to handle that.
Yeah.
And be a man, you know, and don't let anybody have that over you.
Right.
Like, so once he gets that in order, then you should absolutely still see him if you like him.
And just keep your relationship separate from his time with his kids for
But he has baggage that he needs to
address.
Yeah. Handle that shit. And then we can, if you really want to fuck with me, you'll do that. That's what I would tell him.
That way, she's not able to weaponize his children.
And he should want to do that anyway. Like, what's stopping him from doing that? Also, you need to tell me why the fuck he gave her your phone number. If that's the truth, or if she went into a phone plan online, got the number, or like, what is the truth? Because if he really wanted to fuck with you, why would he give her your fucking
If he did give her your number, don't fuck him again.
No.
Because that's
messy. That's messy. And like, are you answering to this bitch? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, no.
Did she bully you,
that
you
will be the
caved.
flag that you need to
Find that out first.
Yeah.
How she got your number. Then if you want to mess with George, you tell him to get his shit together.
Right.
And
so that she can't fucking be trying to
hold
ruin
kids
everything.
over your head and shit.
And don't talk to her.
No.
I don't care if she hits you on social media, your phone, whatever.
Ignore.
Do not fucking talk to that woman.
Block her number.
Yeah.
Block her on social media.
There's nothing for y'all to discuss.
And then you need to update us and let us know what you decide.
Yes, because I need to know. But yeah, it's always on the man to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Don't have me in a position where I got to beat your baby mama's ass now because
she's
you're
banging
not
on my fucking
yeah,
door.
you need to be the man and step up and fucking control that bitch.
Right.
Like that should never, you guys should never have any interactions at all.
And weaponizing children, man or woman, that's
It's
the fucking
disgusting.
most disgusting
It is. It's disgusting.
shit you can do.
I've never
You've never
been
done that.
bitch. Never. I've also never been dumped though. So I feel like that plays a part, you know, with when
Feelings get hurt.
yes, and so that's when the vindictive shit starts and the acting crazy. But I don't think I would be like that even if I got
Because it's
like,
not fair to the kids as
Fuck no.
children who were not physically abused growing up, but mentally and psychologically. I don't think we'd ever want to inflict that on our children.
no.
I'll
Fuck no.
smash your fucking car up before I withhold your children from you.
Yeah, you're getting these kids. Like
Yeah.
I want you
No.
to have a relationship with these kids.
2 weeks for you.
Yeah.
2 weeks for me.
I've never been one to talk bad about their father to them,
Never.
around them, any of that anyway. I do not parent like
No,
that.
you've
I
been
do
a good
not,
mom.
I do not respect that shit. You don't talk shit about their parent in front of them.
I don't care how much you hate them. Like
No.
my mom never, ever. I don't have one memory of my mom saying anything bad about fucked up
Mine
Billy.
did.
Never.
Mine did my entire fucking life.
See,
and
that's
it
fucked
molded,
up.
it changed my relationship with him. It made me not respect him. It made me treat him like shit. And again, he was not a good guy, but he was always a good dad. Always a good dad to me. There was never a time that I called on him and he did not come through. He came, got me from jail in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
came and gave me rides, came and gave me money, came and gave me food, got me from school, like anything I needed, took me to school. I don't care if he was up all night, had a hoe in the back of the car. There were many times that he came and got me like that and still took me to fucking school on time. Like he was an active, present parent. And
Until it got
my
ruined.
family talking shit about him constantly to me changed my relationship with him. And I feel like I was kind of robbed of that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
don't do that to your kids.
Don't
I don't
ever
give a
do that.
fuck how much you hate their parent.
Yeah.
Don't
it's
do it.
unfair to the kid.
Yeah, they have no control.
When they get it to be a certain age, they're going to know anyway. Like
Yep.
they're going to decide and they're going to see who is the problem anyway on their own once they get to be a certain
Don't let
age.
it be you.
Right.
Seriously. All right. Wait, I think I have a birthday. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I think. Let me see.
Let me get to
It's probably the same one I have pulled up.
Okay, I'll tell you. Hold on.
Marsha. Well, I got to read it now anyway.
Yeah,
'cause I said it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that
Yeah.
the one though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might have one more, so read that one.
Okay. Hello, ladies. I pray all is well with you both and your loved ones. My partner has been listening to the show since COVID, and you two amazing ladies through the show have been such an uplifting space for her. She tunes into the show faithfully, back and forth through each platform, and listens to old episodes whenever a week is missed. My dear baby love, Marsha. Birthday is this Thursday, 1/18. That's today. That's today, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Marsha.
Perfect timing.
If you would, I'd love if you ladies were to shout her out on the show this week. We've been together for 6 years and she's absolutely the love of my life. I've never met anyone so deserving of nothing but peace and prosperity. She is my greatest accomplishment and never ceases to make me proud. I love you, honey, forever and always. We're going to celebrate you.
Oh, that was really sweet. Happy birthday, Marsha.
Yes, happy birthday.
Okay, so I actually there's another sex story and one more small one, but I'll save those for next week. But I'm going to read this today just because I want to welcome this person. So they posted this in the Facebook group, and it says, hello Dysfunction community. I am going through the hardest season of my life, and I gotta say, this podcast, which I discovered around Christmas, just might have saved my life. I'm in the middle of a terrible custody battle, and spending Christmas with the HD ladies instead of my kids helped me laugh in between tears. I'm so grateful to have found my people at a time I felt so alone. I just joined this group today, so what's up, my new dysfunctional fam? Thanks for having me. I'm not going to say her name. Okay. You know who you are that wrote this. Welcome to the fucked up family.
And we're so happy to have you.
We are. We're glad you found us. That's all I got. I'll save the rest for next week.
And we hope your custody stuff is getting easier.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is. Fuck. All right. Share us, YouTube.
Subscribe on our YouTube, please.
Share us, YouTube.
Share us. Join our Patreon.
Yeah.
Recommend us to someone that you know that you think might listen.
They're
relate.
cool.
Could relate. Who knows?
Leave us reviews.
Yeah. Go on everybody's device around you so you can leave us a review from
Rate. All that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you guys for hanging with us. All that good stuff. And suck it easy.
Go to bed.
And free Palestine.